Hey everybody, welcome to the Stock Car Spectacle. I'm Ian Jortson.
And I'm Tom Hoblin.
And we're going to be talking Pocono for this episode. We got all three series running at the track, Truex, Xfinity, and Cup.
I love when all three are running. It's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great weekend of lounging around and watching racing.
Absolutely, especially with Truex and Xfinity both running on Saturday. We got that doubleheader. That is going to be a lot of fun.
Fantastic.
All right, so for the truck race, we got the CRC Bracklin 150, 150 miles, 60 lap race. Stages 1 and 2 are 15 laps each, and the final will be 30 laps. Last year's winner was Chandler Smith. He's up in the Xfinity series now. Most wins by a driver here is Kyle Busch with 2 wins. Most wins by a team is KBM. Only two.
Huh. But that's the most.
Yeah, that's the most.
Wow. Okay.
Most wins by a team is KBM. They got 7 wins here. So
good.
5 other wins by different guys. And most manufacturer wins is Toyota with 7 wins, all done by them KBM trucks. Yep.
Who would have thought?
And we got a bunch of notables in this race. We got Kaz Grala coming into the 1 for Tricon, Ross Chastain in the 41 for Nice, Kyle Busch back in that 51 for KBM. Christopher Bell will be taking a shot at the 61 for Hattori. Parker Kligerman's back in the 75 for Henderson Motorsports, and Austin Hill just announced he'll be in that 7 truck for Spire Motorsports. So, Tom, who you got Saturday morning in the Pocono Mountains?
Well, they switched manufacturers, but I still think they kept some of their notes, and you gotta go with the KFB here. You can't go wrong with Kyle Busch running the truck. They're hungry for that 100th truck win as a team owner, or just as a team, and I think Kyle can get it done. He runs well at Pocono. Again, the one caveat is that you're not really sure how this new team as a Chevy is going to run at this track because they've struggled a bit, but I still think the 51 will get it done in Pocono.
Yeah, he got the win earlier this year, so he's the guy to do it, and I think he should be the guy to get KBM's 100th win.
Yeah,
as the team owner.
I think it'd be fitting. It'd be fitting, and I may have a personal bias, but we know that if the 51 truck shows up with Kyle Busch in it, it's going to be a threat to win every week. So it's probably also biased, but it's low-hanging fruit for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I got to go with probably the second best guy that's going to be in the field. I got to go with the 41 of Ross Chastain. This guy, he won at Pocono in the past in the truck series when he was running full-time with Nice back in the day. And we know this guy is just good every time he steps into one of these trucks. So hopefully he'll give Kyle Busch a run for his money this weekend.
Right. And the thing about Ross Chastain is like he's driven so many levels of equipment, from just like the lowest garbage trucks to top of the line. I mean, stock cars and cup cars. Like, he knows what he wants out of a race car, and it doesn't really matter the quality of the ride, because he will show up and get it done. So he's always a threat. And that's not saying that the Nice trucks are terrible equipment, but it's just Ross Chastain has been in such a variety of equipment. It doesn't matter if he hasn't run many truck races this year. He can still show up and wheel it like the rest of them.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's an excellent pick.
Yeah, back in the day, look what he did with the JD Motorsports cars, and even when he was running Rick Ware Racing cars up in the Cup Series, that guy always outrun that equipment. So, yeah, I think he's going to do well, even with Nice not being as fast as they used to be.
Yeah, I think Carson Hocevar could be a threat in this race. Rajah Caruth, I'm not saying he's going to win, but he's been showing a lot of speed recently, and it's just he's been getting some garbage luck in both trucks and Xfinity. So I think as long as his truck can stay in one piece, he'll be good to go. And then there's not too many other names jumping off this list at me. I mean, Christopher Bell is going to show up. He knows how to get around here. Yeah. And again, he won in Toyotas at this track, and he's got all those notes still, and these trucks haven't changed too much. So Christopher Bell's another one to keep your eye on.
Yeah, definitely. Alrighty. So we'll talk Xfinity now. We got the Pocono 225-mile race, 90 laps. Stages 1 and 2 are 20 laps each, and the final will be 50 laps. Last year's winner was Noah Gragson with that great battle with him and Ty Gibbs. Most wins by a team here is tied with Penske and Stewart-Haas Racing with 2 wins. Most wins by a manufacturer is Ford with 4 wins. And some notables that we got in this one. Ty Dillon coming in that 3 car for RCR, and Chase Elliott. Notable. Yeah, not a notable. I just wanted to mention him for laughs.
He is a cup driver. Yeah, no, he's a cup driver. He's notable. He deserves the respect and prestige of being a cup driver. And he is in the 3 car. So it's not going to be a slouch of a car.
It's going to be a 23rd place finish. Yeah. Let's just be real.
Yeah, sure.
All right, and then Chase Elliott will be in the 17 for Hendrick Motorsports. So, Tom, who you got for Xfinity?
Something to me just tells me that this is a Justin Allgaier race. It's just a gut feeling. I don't really have any stats to go off of it. But yeah, I just feel that this is the type of track that you need a veteran know-how to get around it and save your stuff for the right time. And I think Justin Allgaier is that guy. You're coming off a win last year. They probably have good stats in junior motorsports coming off of Noah Gregson's win. They could take those notes and transfer it to the season and try to get a win out of them. And I think Justin Allgaier is going to be the strongest one.
Yeah, I mean, that is definitely the guy to ride the wave to victory lane. So for my pick to win, we talked about it, Stewart-Haas Racing. They're pretty damn good here. Cole Custer, he has a win here as well. So I got to go with that 00 Stone Cold to go to victory lane. We talked about this off camera, Tom. It kind of feels like a road course a little bit with Pocono with how it runs. So, and both of his wins road course and street course this year. So this is the guy to get it done. He's, I guess, a veteran now in the series. So give me old Stone Cold, some Busch Lights and victory lane.
I love Pocono. I know Pocono creates boring races, but it really is about the strategy and the setup. And been watching for so long, I can appreciate a race like that. And you pray for a fuel mileage race because they're so much fun to watch. But just with the three corners and the 3 very different corners you have at this place, it's all about the setup and a lot of aero too, which because of those long straights. So I think Cole Custer is an excellent pick for that.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's get into the Cup race. We got the High Point 400-mile race, 160 laps. Stage 1 is 30 laps, and the final 2 stages will be 65 laps each. Last year's winner, well, Denny Hamlin, but technically Chase Elliott got it after the 11 and 18 got disqualified for the first time in what was it, like
60 years?
60 years that a driver.
Do you think Denny ever gave that trophy back?
I don't know, but I know he didn't give the champagne back.
Yeah, no, I know. Because Chase said he didn't want the trophy, and Denny, I know right after that week, said he wasn't giving it back. I just wonder where that trophy is right now.
Yeah, probably still with Denny, knowing how stubborn he is.
Yeah, and his beef with Chase, he didn't really care.
Oh yeah.
But Chase said he didn't want to win that way anyway. So could you imagine though? What if that situation happens this year or something to that effect? Could you imagine with Chase and the point situation he was at, and the only reason he gets into the playoff is because he finished 3rd and the 2 guys ahead of him got DQ'd? Yeah. Could you imagine the conspiracy theories that would fly around?
Oh yeah, dude. I'd be the one with the tinfoil hat, man. I'd be leading that pack.
My goodness. They're like, oh, NASCAR just wanted their golden boy in the playoffs, so they finished 3rd, and they're like, close enough. That would be wild if that were to happen this season instead of last season. But
honestly, it's something that I can see happening.
Look, we're making up conspiracy theories that
Yeah,
haven't even happened yet. Yeah. All that being said, though, I think somebody's got a chip on their shoulder, and we gotta go with the FedEx. We got to go with the driver of the 11 again for this race, because he's got a chip on his shoulder. He wants to show that the tape under the wrap didn't help him at all, and that he knows what he's doing around this track. He won here twice as a rookie.
Yeah, he's got 4 wins total.
Yeah, who sweeps a track as a rookie? Like, come on. This guy knows how to race this track. It's a tough track. We were talking about driving it on iRacing. It's tough.
Probably the toughest track right next to Darlington, I would say. Mm-hmm. So and Denny Hamlin knows how to get around both of those tracks,
exactly. So. You need a veteran know-how for this track. Kind of my idea with the Xfinity race too. You need somebody who knows how to do it, who's got it done before. I mean, the last time I saw first time winner here was Blaney in a Wood Brothers car, so maybe that's not even the best idea. Who knows? I mean, that's why Pocono is so much fun. It's tricky triangle for a reason. It's hard to predict, but I think Denny's got an extra motivation to show up this week.
Yeah, dude, that's a strong pick there. And I'm staying in the Joe Gibbs Racing camp for mine. And this guy's going to be riding the momentum from this past weekend at New Hampshire. Going to get another win at, I guess, maybe another home track, they want to call it, for Martin Truex Jr. It's near the East Coast, so might as well. But that 19, that 19 has just been lights out this year.
Bad fast.
Yeah, bad fast. So, yeah, I think once Martin Truex Jr. starts winning, he starts winning and kicking ass too. So, who knows? We might have another boring race this weekend because Truex is going to be dominating.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. I don't know. There's other notable people. I feel like a Ford might be able to show up here.
Yeah. Kevin's pretty good here.
Again, Kyle Busch was also the one that got swept up in that whole DNF DQ thing last year. Right. And the reason I'm not so confident with him is that now he switched teams, switched manufacturers. Who knows what he's gonna show up? But everybody's laughing that the M&M's fan appreciation race was finished last year by the M&M's driver. But it's tough to say. I think Ryan Blaney, like I mentioned earlier, I mean, Ryan Blaney won here. He knows how to get it done. So he was fast this past week. If he didn't run over that hose, he's finishing second in New Hampshire. So he's got, I guess, some positive momentum and maybe another extra motivation to show that he's still got speed. So
I would even say Brad Keselowski. He has been looking really fast these past couple months.
I mean, RFK Racing is taken in general. RFK Racing is taking such a swing up, and they're both safely right now. Obviously, no wins, but they're safely pointed their way in. Brad's up 108, Chris Buescher's up 97. So it's going to take something catastrophic, and if they keep just doing what they're doing, they'll have 2 playoff berths for that, which is great for that team.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, no, it's going to be kind of tough. We hope the rain stays away again. It just seems like since NBC's taken over that the rain has been kind of awful. But
you're ever in a drought, just host a NASCAR race. We saw that in Chicago. We had no rain in June, and then all of a sudden in July, in the first 2 days, we get record-breaking floods.
The other concern I'll have this week is the brake rotors again, because we saw it at Gateway. The longest. I think they always tout this as the longest front stretch in NASCAR. So those brakes have a lot of time to cool down.
And turn 1 is treacherous, though.
Yeah,
we've seen that.
We've seen some
Bubba Wallace and Jimmy Johnson. They both had horrible wrecks in that turn 1.
I watched a video a couple of years ago about that wreck that Jimmy Johnson had. Basically ended his career. They said that he won 3 times before that wreck, and he never won again after it.
Yeah.
And he did 3 more years of racing or something in the Cup Series. So
2017 Dover was his last win. So I mean, that was only a couple months after.
Right. It's just interesting that turn 1. It's scary, and hopefully they remember to turn right instead of turning left when their brakes go out. The pedal hits the floor, turn right, slow your stuff down, ride the wall. But no, it's it's going to be interesting. Again, it's not going to be a barn burner of a race. These Cup guys are patient. They know what they need to do. And I just hope the strategy can play out and at least keep that aspect of the race interesting. But I don't know. I look forward to watching every week. I try not to be too negative of a fan in that aspect. It's like, oh, they ran around and there were no crashes. It was a terrible race. It's like, no, they were all working it out.
Yeah, it's all about strategy, especially with Pocono.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I always look forward to Pocono. It's always fun to watch. So
yeah. Who won last year? Oh, Chase. That's right.
Yeah.
We talked about that. Yeah, I mean Hendrick will show up at this racetrack too. I mean, he'll show up anywhere, but if anybody needs to show up, it's Hendrick, and especially that 9 car.
I mean, here's another track that Alex Bowman won at, benefiting from his teammate losing a tire into the final turn. But that's another guy that we were talking about in our review show.
Insane.
Yeah. And that's another guy we were talking about in our review show who desperately needs to get himself into the playoffs right now. And I think if he can strategize and point himself into second place or better than what he did a couple years ago, I think he can have a good race and lock himself in. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, the Chase and Alex need a good day, and they both performed well, top 5 speed at least.
Yeah.
For these two guys in the past, but we've seen Hendrick just unload like crap, especially recently, Gateway, New Hampshire. So we'll see. It all depends on who unloads well, and I know we're not the best experts at who's going to unload the best, but we'll be watching for sure. It'll be fun.
Yeah, definitely. Should be a fun weekend for Pocono, but we'd like to thank you guys for joining our show. If you haven't yet, make sure to like our video and subscribe to our channel. You can check us out on Twitter and Instagram. So for the Stock Car Spectacle, I'm Ian Jortson.
And I'm Tom Hoblin.
And we'll see you guys next time. Enjoy Pocono.